Okay guys, what is going on? Welcome to my bungalow guide tutorial for the bungalow. I'll be showing you how to optimize it for a good layout. Let's just go immediately in. I have two small storage racks here. This one can be whatever you want, and I have this one for pots and baggies. These back three storages are all large storage racks and they all fit flush with the wall. And I've got these two for just random stuff that I've accumulated, like a random chemistry station that we make for like cooking meth. I'll be doing a guide for like cooking the best meth soon. I just haven't had the time to figure out an experiment. Got a layer picker, lamp oven, just stuff that was there before I got the mixing stations in the other room. This one's just got like tools and gardening pots. This one's just full of weed at the moment. It was the weed that I made in the last video. What we have here is 4 large beds for our 4 workers here. I'll get to those in a minute. We have a packaging station here and another large storage rack right next to it. This will be so the packer will pack up the tools here and move them to the storage bit, so I can literally just run in whenever I want, grab what's been packed, run out, sell whatever do I want. This bed is a bed for the player, or it could be the bed for a janitor or a chemist if you want to automate this bit. Moving on into the kitchen, we've got just a bit more weed that I've been taking from the grow racks and just putting on this bit ready for me to mix them up. They can also go on this one. 2 industrial like Mark II mixing stations that I've used to grow the weed in my last video. Not to grow, to mix, sorry. So just to mix that up. We have 4 drying racks. This one's vertical and the other 3 would be horizontal against the house. Just for like general purpose, drying out the weed for its best quality. Getting on here, we've got another large storage rack going along the wall. I filled it with 20 soils, 30 fertilizer and 30 seeds. So this will be where the botanists get most of their supplies from, so they'll take them in here and grow them in there. In this corner I've got a medium storage rack just filled with soil, and both of these are 2 small storage racks for accessing. Just put whatever you want in here really. I keep seeds in this one and I put fertilizer in this one. In here I've just got random crap, whatever you want. And that's it for this kitchen room. Next we'll get into the growing area. So in the setup that I followed for this tutorial and altered a bit, I'll link it in the description. The guy had 2 extra ones here. I felt like this was a bit of a waste of time, considering that growers can only hold 8 pots, so I've got 8 pots for one of them that comes up here, and then 8 pots for another one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 8 on this side. So they'll just take these straight out and just chuck them on any drying rack that's ready. So they'll take them fresh out here. What could go in these ones could be whatever you want really. You could keep litter pickers in here because it gets really messy without a cleaner in here. They'll just throw the leaves and the jars and bags of dirt, whatever they want. You could put like 4 in each. Walk in here, pick up all the trash, just go dump it in the skip outside or chuck it in the cash machine. Then get some money or just get rid of the mess. You could leave the mess, but that's not ideal because eventually it'll just pile up, and in some cases if you leave it for too long it will just make the game lag. So let's now I've explained what everything does, let's have a look at it in action. So let's go to bed quickly. Okay, so in the day what's going to happen is I've got these 3 and they're going to get some supplies, so like the seeds and the dirt and that. Put the weed that they had left over in there if they had any, and they're going to, so this guy's just going to water and make sure all these are watered up because I kind of left it on for ages. And then they'll harvest them and they'll bring them to these. So what's all the pots say? The pots say granddaddy purple seed. The additive is fertilizer, and when it's done So 2 of the pots will go to one of these, and you can set these qualities to whatever you want. So I've set them to the highest quality just because it makes everyone happy when you have a nice high quality product, and there doesn't really bother. But yeah, they'll take seeds from there, put them in here, add some fertilizer and keep them watered, and they'll chuck them in the growing racks. You could have a chemist in here if you have enough supplies for making some strain, whatever strain you want. This doesn't have to be Granddaddy Purple, it could be Green Crack, OG Kush, whatever you want. If you learn a mixing guide, so I'll be making another one on Green Crack soon. I'll demonstrate how you make it and all that. You can so what I have normally going is you start with 4 squares is equal to 1 product, so you can have 4 rounds of each material in here. So I keep chilies, mouthwash, bananas, iodine, and then horse semen. This can be whatever you want, just extra storage, you know. So that will all. So then these will just, when the drying racks are finished, the drying racks will get the dry product, which will be top quality, heavenly, will get moved here. Then chemists could take them, mix them, whatever, put them back. But for now, I haven't kept that. So our bagger here, what's his name? The handler will bag up the product using the materials provided here. So that could be, you could put that as jars, pots, whatever you want. And then he'll take that product, bag it up, chuck it here. So somewhat automated. You could go one step further, and in the video guide that was shown that I used to copy this and alter it slightly, they had a small storage and a brick press here instead of that. But this guide I'd consider better for early game because the brick press is quite a very late game product. I needed a lot of product to make a brick, and as I can see in my messages, people don't really require a brick's worth. Maybe a jar, most of the time baggies. So that covers the guide. It does cost quite a lot to get set up, but if you can set this up in the early game, it'll carry you straight to the end game. All you have to do is make sure these stocks are supplied and you have enough seeds and bags, and you'll get an endless supply of weed just straight here. You can get them ordered, so there's a shipping bay out here. If you just want to order supplies, then you can do that straight away. But that pretty much covers my guide for this house. Okay guys, let's manage our employees real quick. So with both of these botanists, they'll be exactly the same. We'll want to give them a bed. The large storage rack will be this one here. As you can see, they're going to grab the supplies, and you'll just want to assign them 8 pots, anyone's in this room. Then the pots will go to, the pots will go from so it will take the purple seeds, put in fertilizer, then when they're finished, they'll all be going to a drying rack. Doesn't matter which one, just any 2. I like to assign them to the same drying rack. So, like so. Then those 2 are managed. Let's just quickly make sure all of these are managed. No, I forgot to manage 2 of them, my bad. And I'll be taking both of these over to this exact same one. So what the botanist will do, their code will say take, so here's your bed, that's where you get money from. Supplies will be from this storage rack here, and it will have assigned the 8 pots, obviously. Then they'll follow the code that the pot says. The pot says put Granddaddy Purple specifically, add 1 fertilizer, then it'll care for it, water it, trim it, and then its destination. So it'll take the harvested plants and add them to the drying rack, which will be finished here. Now I can't access them. It will dry them, and then because I've set these to the max quality, then they'll get taken to this storage rack, and this will be placed just there. Yep. Then this will be ready for mixing if you want to set that as a mixer. Oh, sorry. set that as a mixer or whatever you want. Then the packager, you tell him to take from a large storage rack, which is this large storage rack, to the packaging station. So we've got that. Then we've got from the packaging station to this large storage rack. So when it's done, you can see the arrow, it'll go to this storage rack, so it's full of stuff. And these small storage racks are these two here, so you can fill these with the supplies that you want, so on and so forth. So yep, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching, and thank you for the support on the last video. That was really motivating me to do more content, so I feel like I'm going to try and push out about 3, maybe 4 uploads every week, just to see how it does. So thank you for watching, and I will see you later, guys.